Hi everyone, good evening. I went to see the Elvis movie again, and I had another interview today. This time it was from Toronto Staffing. So I know Mark Belash, the owner of the recruitment firm Gahunza, and I did the interview over the phone. So it went well, so I have to wait and see. Also, a lot of the old companies I worked for are now recruiting, and I hope that one of them will give me a job. All the banks are recruiting, many of the hospitals are recruiting, so I've been applying every day online, and I hope I get something soon. And that's all you can do. I'm also happy that my mom has got the support she needs in place for her health. Because of me and because I was here, my mom was able to come to Canada and to get the support in place. So it does help. I mean, you work hard all your life. You want things to fall into place. You don't want to carry on being broke and on the verge of destitution and not having your own home and, all these things. And that's basically the essence of our faith, is that even when things are good or things are bad, we keep our faith. And it doesn't mean that because things are going bad that you've done something wrong. It's not personal. God allows those things to happen because God allows Satan to test us, to test our faith, things come against us, but we keep our faith in the Lord. And I really enjoyed Elvis's show today. The only thing is there was a couple sitting behind me, and at one point they kicked the seat. And you know me, I get hurt easily. Anyway, I didn't say anything because I'm sure it was by accident. But the show was just brilliant, and the sound. I think where you sit in the cinema affects the sound quality that you get, because when I went yesterday, I sat near the top, and the sound felt different compared to today. I sat a little closer to the screen, and I felt the music more here, like more in my heart, in my chest area. And I'm short. My feet were not touching the bottom of the floor, so I had to put my coat behind me to get them a little lower. But the seats at the top, my feet were touching the floor, so I know now where to sit. I rather sit near the top when I go. But yeah, it was worth it. It was worth it. I never go to the movies, and I never go out that much because I don't have the money. So for me, it's really a sacrifice. And it's also nice to go during Lent because it's a time of renewal of our faith. It's a time of drawing closer to God. And I think Elvis's love, his personality really shone through in Epic. Even if you don't see it in the IMAX experience, I would say go and see it if you get the opportunity, because it just shows you, even how he interacted with children and how he signed autographs for them. He used to give them a kiss, the little children. So for me, I was a little girl when he was singing, and it was towards the end of his life, but he really was a really loving, gentle, amazing man, and what an entertainer he was. If I was younger, I would have loved to have gotten into the music industry, but not now. I get hurt so easily, like my body, I get bruised so easily, and I wouldn't be able to cope with that lifestyle. I think they said between 1969 and 1977, he did 1,100 shows, and sometimes he did 3 shows a day. So that shows you how fit he was, how active he was. And he didn't drink, he didn't smoke. He kept his faith at the heart of what he did. And I loved those, just the jamming sessions when he sat on the stage and he played. I loved his outfits. I loved his makeup. I've done a lot of the things that Elvis did. I was an usher. I didn't drive a truck, but I have no intention of driving a truck. It just kind of happened that way. And my mom is also, she likes Elvis. She likes him because we children like him. So for me, he's my favorite. And I'm glad I got to go. I'm just so grateful. And Lent is about renewal. It's not about looking for signs and testing God and saying, oh, where are the signs? What signs are you sending us? It's about keeping our faith in the good and the bad times. And Elvis kept his faith right to the end, even when he landed up losing everything, and he let his managers take care of everything. That's half the battle. Even when we work for recruitment firms, we expect them to take care of us. We expect them to look after our interest. There's one point where he was asked, do you earn anything on each sale? And he said, I don't know. I don't get involved in that. So, yeah, I guess that's the sweetness and that's the innocence of the Christian faith. And I would rather be sweet than be sour. I would rather have a role model like Elvis than many of the artists today. And all I can say is if you get the chance, you might have to sacrifice to go see the movie, but go and see it. Go and see it because it's worth it. I didn't take too many pictures. I posted the ones I took, but yeah, it was just a lovely experience to be able to go, and what a privilege. What a privilege. There are children in this world, even in Africa, when I was growing up, we were denied that experience. For many, many years, you couldn't go to the cinema. You couldn't go and sit in a cinema and experience it. You had to go to drive-in. So lucky for me, I had a determined mom and a good mom and a confident mom. And she took us to the drive-in. So we used to get frightened. Well, at least for me, I used to get frightened because the police used to be out. And also Hunters Road was haunted. So I used to tell her we don't want to go. I said, come on, let's go. We'll just say a prayer and we'll go. But over here, when you come here, you lose your confidence because of how people treat you. People are hard. They're not like us in Zimbabwe. But anyway, we put our faith in God. My mom was confident. She was very confident. And thankfully, we never ever had a breakdown because we used to go for, the shows used to start when it was dark, so you had to wait. So the shows used to be starting maybe 7:38 by the time it gets dark in Zimbabwe. And then she used to drive there and drive back. And we used to go by ourselves. We never used to go like in convoy. So my mom was very brave. Thankfully, our cars were good. They never broke down. But yeah, I really enjoyed the show. And what was most touching was his love. And even when at the end he sang, I think, Bridge Over Troubled Water. And even his band members, the ladies that sang with him, even they were like, they used to just watch him. Just watch him. And even they got up and they sat down at the end of that song. It was just fantastic. I'm so grateful to the Lord that I had this opportunity to go and that I'm able to see and I'm able to hear and I'm able to sense. It's just, he was a lovely man. He was a lovely, lovely man. And I'm glad his dad saved his home. What an awful experience to go through. It's like what we're going through. You work so hard to get the little you have and you can't get work. You're unemployed. Like me, I lost everything. I lost my property here in Canada. But by God's grace, hopefully I will come up and I'll be able to buy something else and something even better. And I'm just thankful to God. I'm thankful to the Lord for Elvis's sweetness. That's what helps me. It's his sweetness. There's nobody like him today. He was a lovely man. He's a lovely man.